If you're wanting to grow on Instagram in 2021, then you cannot post and then ghost. Engagement is key, and that's from your audience engaging with your content as well as you engaging on the platform as a whole. So in this video today, I'm going to show you my 5 top engagement hacks for Instagram growth in 2021. And make sure you stick around to the end, where I will show you my number 1 tip of where I go to on Instagram to make sure I'm up to date with Instagram and its current trends that I do not want to miss out on. So let's get to it. Now, first of all, engagement on Instagram comes in many forms, and if you want to improve your ranking with the algorithm, then you'll want to be encouraging engagement from people who see your content. Engagement metrics consist of likes, comments, shares, saves, but also things like when people click on more on your post to read the whole caption, when they swipe across on your carousel post to consume the whole content, even clicking on your profile picture to go to your bio. So make sure you have a clear profile picture that pops out on the screen so people notice you when they're scrolling by. All of these actions are engagements, and Instagram will reward you and your content when people are taking action on your content. And the key thing to remember here is Instagram wants people to spend their time consuming your content and staying on the platform. So if your content keeps people on the platform for longer, then you will get rewarded by Instagram, as it will push your content out to more people because it can see that piece of content is doing the job Instagram wants it to by keeping people on the platform. So really, it's a win-win situation for both you and Instagram. But how do we do all this? Okay, this first one is a pretty basic hack, but let's stick with me as I'll explain it in more detail. So if you want people to take action on your content, then often it's a simple case of just telling them what to do with it. So adding a call to action such as let me know if you agree in the comments, let me know how you feel about this with an emoji, double tap if you agree, tag someone in the comments who need to hear us. I can go on and on. But let's get a little bit more advanced with this tactic. Now, I mentioned earlier, engagement metrics include people consuming your content by reading the whole caption and by tapping on your profile picture. So let's be a bit more creative and with intention with your call to actions. So for example, when you create a post, you could create a story post that adds to that content and encourages people to click on your story. It could include your 1 bonus tip, for example, that goes alongside that content. You could encourage people to go to your bio to click on a link that you have there, or to simply go to your bio to find out more about your products and services and your offer, which again will encourage them to click on your profile picture. You could even create a detailed IGTV about that content to tell people to go there, or you may even have a guide with your top posts or tips on that particular topic. So encourage people to go to that guide to get all the great info that you've already shared on that topic. The ideas really are endless, but be intentional with your call to actions and try to encourage viewers to consume more of your content, which will result in more engagement. Number 2, long form captions have also been favoured by the fact that if people are reading your captions from start to finish, then they are spending more time on your content. However, there is a trick to keeping people engaged and actually reading them in an entirety, which often fails. So just think about it. When you've seen a post with loads of text and you're not really sure if it's worthwhile reading it, will you actually stick around? And that's where carousel posts are a great alternative and a great way to encourage engagement by breaking up your content into small bite-sized chunks and encouraging viewers to swipe across the carousel to consume your full content. You can have up to 10 pictures or videos on a carousel post, and if you get viewers swiping through them all, it's a big tick to the algorithm. Plus, it's a more fun way for people to engage, and if your carousel post is educational, you'll be amazed by the amount of saves that post will get, as your viewers will want to refer back to it at a later date. Number 3, embrace the latest Instagram features. Now, Instagram has evolved and is trialing and developing new things all the time now. So if you notice a new feature and you have it on your account, get on it and use it straight away. When Instagram has spent time and money developing new features and they release it to the world, they want people to use it as they want it to become a success. So if you use it, you'll get rewarded, but also if you're using new features that not everyone has seen or are aware of, then it'll be more likely to get more engagement because it will stand out to your audience and they'll want to know what it is and to see if they have it too. So it's really great to get on board with new features. So it could be a new Instagram story sticker, for example, a new filter on your stories or reels, even a new automatic captions, which is now rolling out on reels. Every time my app updates, I go into my phone and go into the app and I have a good look around to see what new features I have been given, and I would urge you to do this too. Number 4, did you know your DMs are also an engagement metric? So if people respond by sending you a direct message, that's an engagement from them. And have you noticed when you engage with someone you follow via DM, their future content is then pushed to the top of your feed. And that's because you have engaged with that person's content and sent them a DM, which is further engagement and signals to Instagram's algorithm that you like that person and the content. So they'll try and show you more of what they think you would like to see in the future. So the trick here is to invite your audience to direct message you in your content. So that can be through your stories, your post captions, your reels, your IGTV, anywhere it's relevant. Ask your audience to DM you with their questions, thoughts on a piece of content, or by answering a question you've asked them. The more you can get your audience to do this, the more your content will be pushed to the top of their feed, which will encourage future engagement. And again, be creative and test this with your audience to see what type of content gets the best responses here. Number 5, now I'm sure I'm not the first person to tell you that video content is key for growth and engagement. And yes, whilst this is true, I would still recommend mixing up your content. Check out my recent video on my views around the recent Instagram announcement saying it's no longer a photo sharing app. However, there is no denying that the popularity on video content is growing, and it's certainly not going anywhere. And in particular, Reels is where it's at the moment on Instagram. And this is mainly because short form type video content is taking social media by storm, and Instagram is pushing Reels out to new audiences. So if you do Reels, you've got a much greater opportunity on the platform to grow and attract new audiences. Now, your Reels can be educational and informative, but the key is to making them entertaining. So people enjoy consuming your content. They'll engage with your content through liking, commenting, saving and sharing, and even saving your audio for them to create a reel with it at a later date. And again, this will keep them on the Reels page for longer. And one of the ways to do this is to get involved in trends and using trending audio with your Reels. And just as a side note here, if you do get involved in trends, make sure you tailor your Reel towards your niche, because if you blow up for something completely random that has nothing to do with your business or niche, you could end up attracting a large following from people who are not your target audience, which could damage your results further down the line if they're never actually going to engage with your regular content or even buy from you. So here's the time for me to share with you my top bonus tip on how I keep on top of Instagram, and particularly trends and trending audios. If you go into Instagram and check out Instagram's creators account, there you will see and find really useful information on certain Instagram features, and in particular they share regular posts on current trends and trending audios to use on your Instagram Reels. It is definitely one of my top go-to places when I'm coming up with ideas for my Instagram account. Now, if you've found this video useful, don't forget to click the like button and click the subscribe button to keep up to date with my regular weekly video content. I love hearing feedback from you guys, so also let me know in the comments if you found this video useful and what else you would like help with when it comes to marketing your business on social media.